When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Charlotte 49ers. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The 49ers will call on their punt team. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. So the Rice Owls offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to pass. It's Sharp. Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time he's got it. And he's still, oh my goodness, he's still moving. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking downfield on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Reed. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the 49ers want to crank the tempo. They go right back to him. Runs through the tackle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air. It's Sharp. Moving out to the right. Holds it in. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. The 49ers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Ball just inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. It's first and goal and looking for the first score. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for the... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Owls will hustle to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Heels the punt and try to pick up some yards. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the 49ers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He leaves it with his back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's a hit. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
He gets a block. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Off play action. Now rolling to the left. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The 49ers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Sharp. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first one.
Touchdown Niners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Owls want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
And, man, that stings because this offense needed every single possession they had left. Now down by 2 possessions, and you're kicking the football off. That was a play that kind of just ended this one. This offense had to put points up, and instead they give up the big safety.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Tucker. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. To the air, it's Sharp. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the 49ers are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The 49ers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Floating away. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the 49ers, a little trickeration, looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for a man. It's Sharp. Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Charlotte. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they